here on a um oh, how's everybody doing here tonight on a damn Thursday night? I'm going to talk Houston, Oklahoma, man. This game, man, I thought Houston played really good for 3 quarters, and then I don't know what the hell happened in the final quarter. Oklahoma just took over and won the game 111-91. I thought Houston, I don't know if they play them again since the opening night about 3 months ago, but it seemed like Houston, if anything, they took a step back, man. Holy free holies, man. They got beat. What was it, 20-point game at the end there? 111-91, man. They were playing good 3 quarters, and then in the freaking fourth quarter, Houston just fell apart. This was the problem that was happening last year, right? This is why they brought Kevin Durant over, and they still fell apart, man. Let me look at the stat sheet here tonight. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander had 20 points. Chet Holmgren had 18. Luke Dort had 13. Jay Williams off the bench had let me see here. So yeah, the leading scorer was Chet Holmgren with 18 and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander with 20, and then Luke Dort with 13. For Houston, Kevin Durant had 19. You need a little bit more than Durant. 19 is not enough, man, honestly, man. Amen Thompson, 13, that's not enough either. Sengun, 14, that's not enough. Jabari Smith, 17. Like, you can need more than freaking 14, 19, and 13 out of the big three. Durant, Thompson, and Sengun if you're going to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder, man. I'm sorry, but this was... Durant took 23 shots, made 7 of them. He wasn't feeling himself that well. Thompson, terrible, took 15 shots, only made 4 of them. Horrendous. Sengun took 15, made about 7 of them, about 50%, but you gotta play it better than this, man. If you're gonna beat the Oklahoma City Thunder, you're gonna have to play better than this, especially the big three: Durant, Thompson, and Sengun. Like, you're telling me only 14 for Sengun, only 13 for Thompson, only 9, they didn't even hit the 20 mark. You're gonna need about 25 to 35 from. You're gonna need about probably 35 from Durant. You're gonna need at least about maybe 25 from Sengun, and then about 15 to 19 for Thompson if you're going to beat this team. Because this is nothing. I mean, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander had 20 points. We saw a few nights ago versus San Antonio, he put up 35. Gilgeous-Alexander's usually in the 30s. Tonight, if anything, had a low night, only be in the 20s. Houston has got to play a lot better if they want to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. At this moment, Houston is not a true contender, man. I'm sorry, man. They are what? They are 23-15 on the season. I look at San Antonio. I look at Denver. Denver's winning without Nikola Jokic. Wait until he gets back, man. But yeah, man, not too impressive. Not an impressive win tonight, man. Not an impressive outing tonight by the Houston Rockets, man. If anything, from last game I saw, again, I don't know if they played it ever since, but if they did, since the first game of the season of 3 months ago, Houston has gotten worse, man. And that's on the big dog, not the little one, man. Holy free holies, man. But yeah, man. I don't know, man. That was bad. Let me see, what else am I gonna talk here about tonight here on a fucking Thursday night. Wrestling real quick, let's get out of the way. Is there anything? Oh, there was a TNA show tonight and a bunch of so AJ Styles made a special appearance tonight for TNA. AJ Styles. So that was cool to see AJ Styles back in TNA. And then Jada Parker and Sonya Deville made their TNA debut. So they're in TNA now, former WWE wrestlers. I think that might be the biggest stuff going on right now in wrestling. Baseball, everybody's complaining because Kyle Tucker went to Chicago Cubs. Excuse me, former Chicago Cub. Kyle Tucker went to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Everybody's complaining, man. I mean, it's what it is, man. I mean, you can't really do much about it. I mean, that team is stacked. I know the Mets offer some money. I think the Blue Jays were offering some money. I think they ended up offering like $250 million for him to go to the Dodgers. Man, a lot of people they're saying they're not going to watch baseball this year. I don't know, man. It is getting a little bit too predictable in baseball. I don't know. I mean, it's what it is. A lot of people are saying there's going to be a stoppage here pretty soon. But I mean, isn't it the owners, the other 29 owners, they just don't want to waste money, right? Like, I don't know. I think like in basketball and football, you have a cap for a limit of money you can spend. I think in baseball, you might need a cap to force them to spend money. Like some of these teams, I don't even think they're spending like, damn, I don't even know if they're spending like $100 million a season for their players. They might have to do like the other way around in baseball. They have to put a salary cap forcing teams to at least spend, I don't know how much, but $3 million or whatever. A lot of these teams just don't spend money, man. Everybody goes to the Dodgers. Um, Mets, they try, but they can never sign anybody apparently, man. They couldn't even keep not even Pete Alonso, right? Um, I don't know, man. And they're saying they could get the pitcher from Skubal from Detroit as well, the Dodgers. Holy frijoles, man. Yeah, I mean, all the players are gonna go to the Dodgers, man. Jesus Christ. I mean, to me, I think they're gonna let the season play out. I think the main problem starts when the Dodgers just sweep everybody. That's when I think they're gonna have to do something. But they did have to go 7 games last year, so I think that's the thing. Let's let it play out and let's see. Okay, there's a good chance for sure they're gonna win the World Series again. But how competitive is it gonna be? If they're winning everything like in 4 or 5 games, sweeping everybody, then yeah, then MLB might have to do something about this. But if they're still struggling and they're winning, but they're having to compete, then I guess it's fine. I don't know. I mean, I think the World Series got more views in the NBA Finals this past year, right? So, and plus, it is the Dodgers, one of the most famous teams in baseball, right? The Yankees and Dodgers. So it's not like it's a random team doing this. It's the Dodgers. So if you're gonna have a dynasty, you either want it probably to be the Yankees or the Dodgers. So or the Cubs maybe, but let's see how the season goes. Um, But if it's not competitive and the Dodgers sweep everybody and it's a piece of cake, their path to the World Series, the MLB mad to do something. I don't know. We'll see. Let me see if there's any more news. I think in basketball there was a college. More players got caught with betting and shaving points, but I think it's like a bunch of like smaller universities, none of the big time schools. So at least it's not like the big time schools like the Duke, North Carolina, Kansas, Kentucky. It's like the smaller schools, but still it's not a good sign. We just had the problem with the NBA, right? With Chauncey Billups, the coach of the Portland Trailblazers, having to be arrested. There were some other players, right? They got in trouble. So we'll see. But apparently, for most of the schools that have been named have been schools that are not really that like at least they're not like the big true schools. But anyways, it's still a bad situation. Let me think if there's anything else more to talk about in the world of sports. Let me see. I think that might be it. Honestly, low key. Not a lot of football stuff today, honestly, ladies and gentlemen. Not a lot of football stuff. Everybody's just talking about John Harbaugh being the first coach signed with the New York Giants. Um, what else is going on? Not much is going on, man. Everybody just interviewing and then making the previews for this weekend's divisional round. Not much is really going on in and NFL really to really talk about. The national championship game is coming up on Monday. It's not getting a lot of talk though because everybody's more focused on the NFL playoffs. But it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty much the day in sports, if you ask me, ladies and gentlemen. I will be back tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be back tomorrow with another video recapping SmackDown and probably a basketball game and whatever else happens in the world of sports tomorrow. But anyways, until next time, Holla. I'm out like a light.